Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for searching for items in the database and adding them to a set so you can do things with them later. So here I am logged into my project and I am going to use a set that already exists here. This is my set. In fact, it already has 10 things in it, but I'm going to show you how to search for some other things and add them to this set. So what I'm going to do is come up to the Link Manager button, which is this paperclip on the toolbar, open that up. I'm using the Persepolis Fortification Archive project as my sample today, and I'm going to be searching in resources. You could select the appropriate category for searching for your needs, but I'm going to be searching for some images, so those are in resources. I search for items in this Find Item by Name field. And you have a lot of flexibility for what you can type in here. You can give OCHRE the exact name of something if you want to, if you know that you're really searching for something specific. These tend to be faster. There we go, found one thing. And if it only finds one thing, it pops it up for you in a window so you can begin editing it, working on it, whatever, or viewing it. So there you see I found just the one thing that I was looking for. But typically, you're looking for more than just one thing. So what if I wanted to find all of the PF0213 images? Because I don't know what comes after the name, I'm going to put an asterisk there. And this tells OCHRE, find any resource that begins with PF space 0213 and then finishes with absolutely anything else. So let's just see how many of those. Okay, so there are 129 of those. And you can see by the icons that they fall into a variety of images. These are conventional photographs. These are what the Persepolis project calls scans, and then these are PTM batches. Now it's just sorted alphabetically, but what if I wanted to see these things sorted by type, like I wanted all of the PTM items together? I come up here to this sort by pick list, sort alphabetically by type. Now I have them in order because maybe I want to do something with all of the conventional ones or all of the scans or all of the PTM items down here. So you can see I already have some of these PTM items in my set, but let me show you some of the things I can do to add a different selection of these items to my set. To do that, I'm going to change from the display format that the default format is just list. And this just lets you basically click on any of these items and interact with it. But we don't want to click on one, we want to add it to the set. So you simply just change into checklist mode up here. And now each of these items can be selected. So typically you want to select more than one. I mean, you can just check, but that gets kind of tedious. I'm going to uncheck all of those by using this X. If you want to select a range of things, click on the name of the first one, hold your shift key on your keyboard, click on the last one, and you see how they sort of change color? But then if you want to toggle the selection of that range, use your spacebar. So there's off, there's on, spacebar, off, spacebar, on. So there I have all of those selected. And again, if you want to unselect all of them, you can use this, also use this little X button right here, unselects all of them. Okay, so let me show you a couple of tricks for adding things to the set. And these are your three buttons right over here, these check mark buttons next to the paperclip icons. And they each do something a little bit differently, but they're all kind of useful in their own way. The first one just simply adds what you've selected over here. If it's already in the list, it won't add it again. So there's 10 items here, and there are 10 items here now. We check, OCHRE says, oh, those are already there, so I still have 10 items, no problem. But what if I wanted to remove those 2 items from this list? I can do that. That's what this next button does. So if you hover over the button, you see it says remove from the set the selected items in the query results. So this is like a subtraction action here. So it should get rid of the bottom edge 1 and 2. There we go. So we're down to 8 items. Well, let's put those back for the moment. This last button is kind of interesting. So what if I only wanted the bottom edge 1 and 2 in here and clear out everything else? So that's what this last button does. Now be careful, that's going to remove all 10 with the exception of what I have selected in this list. So pow, now I only have those 2 items selected. Okay, so that's how you use these three checklists. This first one basically adds everything you have checked over here, but it won't make a duplicate in the list. Second one removes everything you have selected over here. Third one adds only what you have selected over here on the right side. So that's kind of nice. So what I typically do is I get my selection of items over here, add them, and then maybe I also wanted the some of the scans, so I come up here and add those as well. You can add just about anything to a set. It doesn't have to be all the same type of item, so you can add any kind of resource. They all just add up there. All right, so that's kind of the basic run through.